what's really going on. Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. We're back on Litecoin. We're looking at some of the key technical aspects of price action moving forward. We're looking for some of the support and resistance I believe we're going to be interacting with in the very near future here. And let me know in the comments down below where you think price action is likely to go. Are you bullish? Are you bearish? What are you doing with your bag? If you have one, if you've been accumulating through the downside, are we gonna come back to and through the $300, $400 that we came from in the not so distant past? Or you bearish on price action? Are we at resistance? Are we in a bear market? There's more downside ahead. We're gonna plummet through all of these potential support levels and head straight to zero. What are your thoughts on Litecoin? Let me know down below. Now, jumping right into it, we're looking at Litecoin. Some very volatile price action ahead, in my opinion, as we find ourselves above this very key $177 level. I do believe that is going to be significant moving forward, as we've experienced both support and resistance at that kind of level before. So this is going to be very significant for us in the kind of coming days here as we solidify it as potential support. Support found at this range is going to be very bullish for us, which will likely send us to the $215 level here, which is going to be a key level to consider, as well as potential resistance, as we also have interacted with it both as support and resistance. So there's definitely lots of factors in play that could hold Litecoin in a state of sideways potentially for a period of days or weeks before we see the euphoric $300, $400 that we will likely return to. So definitely lots going on for Litecoin at the moment. We're going to turn on EngineeringRobo along with the FIBA Lamborghini levels of zucchinis and bikinis and Lamborghinis again. What do we have here? Price action currently interacting with some very key indicators. We have the 200 daily moving average just above us, giving us a hard time in the short term, suggesting some very high sell pressure and resistance overhead. However, I do think we are quite bullish coming off of this level, and if support has been found at $177, we will likely see $218 kind of very quickly here. That is the 0.5 Fibonacci level, just above my $215 kind of resistance. So that's going to be another factor suggesting the significance of that kind of level there. In addition to the kind of support down at $177, we have the 0.382 Fibonacci level at 172, suggesting the significance of that level as well. So we do have a tight range that we could very much be trapped in. And if we were to refer to price action between the kind of beginning of February all the way to the beginning of April of this year, we have just about 2 months of what appears to be sideways price action between these two fib levels. And so, the bullishness and the support around $172 is significant enough to, have us plow to and through 218. However, the resistance at the 0.5 Fibonacci level is significant enough to slap us all the way back down to and through 172. So very key levels to consider moving forward. Once we find ourselves above $215, I do believe a similar price action will unfold relative to the kind of beginning of April to the kind of just end of April there, where we found ourselves above 215, interacting with 329, 330 pretty much, that 0.786 level, and we found ourselves coming back to that previous resistance to confirm it as support. So I do believe that is likely to kind of unfold for Litecoin in its coming future here. The simple breakthrough and pullback retest strategy, support and resistance levels will kind of be key interaction points that we will kind of see along the way. Like I've been saying, I do believe we are quite bullish as we approach this overhead resistance. So how all the short-term downside and pullbacks that we experience is going to be very healthy for the uptrend and are looking to be very great times to be accumulating. So we've got EngineeringRobo bullish since the 26th of July there. We got that buy for coming into play. We have price action opening and closing above that $177 level. The August 22nd candle is technically, not only did it open and close above 177, it is also a very technical higher high relative to the August 16th candle, in my opinion, which the August 16th candle had a high of $189.03 per Litecoin, whereas the August 22nd candle had a high of $189.60. So very minor difference, however a technical significant difference in my opinion, and is a technical higher high. suggesting some very bullish incentive, and also adding to the momentum building for a potential break upward to and through this 200 daily moving average. So there's definitely lots going on for Litecoin at the moment, currently in a very bullish state, recovering from all of this multi-month downside, returning to the levels it kind of just came from. It definitely looks like it wants to go up, and traders aren't selling, in my opinion. I do believe a holding pattern is unfolding, as the downside is very short-lived, and all these pullbacks are getting bought up quite quickly. So lots going on for Litecoin against USDT here, but if we consider Litecoin against Bitcoin, a new perspective comes into play when we consider price action currently interacting with what appears to be support. I have a support line there at 37.27 Satoshi. So that is going to be a very key kind of bullish level that we're going to be interacting with over the coming days here, giving us support against the price of Bitcoin. We also have EngineeringRobo bullish since the 13th of August of this year, so just a couple weeks ago, suggesting some even more kind of bullish incentive against the price of Bitcoin, so suggesting that we could very much hold sideways or experience some upside against Bitcoin's upcoming volatility. So we're looking pretty good against the price of Bitcoin here. We are also coming out of what appears to be a kind of area of support, in my opinion. We've seen some very bullish and volatile upside coming from support found at 37.27 Satoshi. So if we do experience that again, I do believe these kind of current upper Fibonacci levels here are likely to present themselves kind of very quickly. However, we do have to consider the significance of the potential resistance at all of these levels. We're going to have the 200 daily moving average just below the 0.786 line. So we've got resistance present at 42.78 Satoshi. In addition to my resistance line there at 41.31 Satoshi, we have a significant level of sell pressure present at that range waiting for us once we find support. However, very bullish support is present here, in my opinion, and I do believe some very volatile upside is likely to occur once support is found. However, we will need some more candles to kind of open and close to solidify. So Litecoin looking far more bullish against Bitcoin, in my opinion. However, we do have that overhead resistance waiting for us, but like I've been saying, very bullish support present. We will likely plow to and through all of this resistance. We will just have to see how long it kind of takes us, how sideways we might be over this kind of coming couple weeks. In the longer term, we're looking very bullish on Litecoin. I suspect some very euphoric highs to present themselves kind of much sooner than people might expect. But if we look at Bitcoin against USDT, what do we have here? Price action currently finding its way above my $48,000 resistance level that rejected us kind of a few days ago. We had price action coming up to it, getting slapped down to and through the 200 daily moving average. We had some interaction below it, but the fundamental buy pressure of Bitcoin and bullishness was present enough to get us to and through resistance found at $48,000 per Bitcoin. We even have a little bit of pullback, a little bit of retest, experiencing that buy pressure off of it, and we are now currently reaching toward what appears to be $51,800 per Bitcoin, that 0.786 Fibonacci line. That is going to be the next kind of key level of resistance to consider moving forward. I do believe support has just been found at $48,000 per Bitcoin. We are likely to enter a very volatile state, as you can see kind of recently. Upon entering this range, we have price action coming from support around $48,000, interacting with resistance around $57,000, getting slapped back down to and through 48K again, experiencing some lows there, some buy opportunities. It's very volatile, multi-$1,000, $10,000 plus swings upward and downward all throughout this range. I do believe Bitcoin is going to enter a very volatile state over the coming kind of months here, perhaps express some sideways as we kind of conquer current local all-time highs. I do believe, six figures is around the corner, and Bitcoin wants to go up and has been very bullish through all of this, what appears to be healthy, technical downside and short-term bearish momentum here. These, this phase of consolidation and pullback was very bullish for the trend in the longer term and was a great time to be accumulating. Bitcoin in a very bullish state. It's very hard to be bearish. Any downside is very short-lived. I do believe buying the dip would be a great way to go about it moving forward, as these lows will likely not present themselves as frequently. Now, Lots going on in the crypto sphere here. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section down below. Are you bullish? Are you bearish? What are you doing with your bags? If you have them, are you accumulating? Are you selling? Are you just holding? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hearing my analysis. Try Engineering Robo free with the link in the description. Subscribe here on YouTube. Check out all the other social media down below. And tune in for the next one.